Welcome back to Choco Cinema, where every Monday of each month we take a deep dive into films that prove great stories can come from anywhere. Sometimes from books, from history, and sometimes from video games. And today we're doing a little mix of both. We're going down a month of racing movies, but this one just happens to be a video game racing movie. This is Gran Turismo. So most video game movies are about fantasy, like those magic worlds. Like a Mario, you got big explosions and possible adventures, but Gran Turismo did something different. It actually told a true story, a story about skill, determination, and the courage to chase a dream that most people would call impossible.
Dude, we just lost our position! What is happening? Where's the stand?
Released in 2023 and directed by Neil Blomkamp, Gran Turismo was inspired by the real-life journey of Jan Mardenborough, a teenager who turned his passion for racing games and Gran Turismo into a real career. The film blends the world of gaming with the intensity of real motorsport, and that combination gives a unique identity. And I really think it's funny because at the time people really thought this movie was going to be bad, and it's not. It's actually pretty decent. So the story follows Jan, a young gamer who spends most of his time mastering racing simulations on his console, while others see gaming as a hobby, especially like his father. He sees it as an opportunity, a path to something bigger. But when Nissan launches a program designed to turn top gamers into real racers, yes, that really did happen. The problem is that dreaming is easy, but competing in real world sports is not. So one of the strongest elements of this film is that when you watch Jan's transformation at the start, he, is just a kid with some talent behind, some controls. But talent alone is not enough, especially when you get behind a real race car. He has to train harder, think farther, and push a little bit harder as well. And it's very dangerous, and the movie never really lets you forget that, especially with a wreck that actually happens midway through the film. Visually, Gran Turismo is also very sleek and intense. The racing scenes feel very immersive and place you right inside the driver's seat. They actually have some cool scenes where they do some video game-esque things, like seeing the arrows, like that. So I thought that stuff was really cool. And when the crashes happen, they hit really hard because this isn't fantasy, this is reality. At its core, Gran Turismo is about perseverance, about believing in yourself and doing so when others doubt you, and about turning passion into purpose. The film shows that success isn't just about talent, it's about discipline and sacrifice and the willingness to keep going when the road gets rough. Literally. And what I think is so funny is that I remember when I watched this film, I told all my friends, hey, this film's kind of gas, it's really good. And they could have cared less. We have David Harbour in this film, who is an amazing talent in this movie. He represents the experience and also regret and redemption of what this job can do to you. Through his guidance, Jan learns that racing isn't just about speed, but also about control and focus. And even about trust, as far as trusting your team and trusting your captains and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like Gran Turismo proved that video game adaptations don't really have to rely on fantasy. They can tell a real human story, stories about ambition, stories about failure, and even stories about proving the impossible wrong. And in doing so, the film carved out a new lane for the genre. Gran Turismo isn't also just a racing movie, it's a story about chasing a dream, even when the odds feel stacked against you. I think it's also got a pretty great soundtrack, and it reminds us that sometimes the biggest victories start in the smallest places: a bedroom, a controller, and a single chance. So that's it for this week's Choco Cinema. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Gran Turismo, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more movie discussions, because next week we're going to be talking about Ford v Ferrari. And with that, do you think video game skills can translate into real world success? And also, what's your favorite video game adaptation? And what's your favorite racing movie? We'll keep that in both, because we're not talking about video game adaptations this month. It just happened to start out with one. And with that, I also want to take a moment to thank my Patreon producers for supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much for doing so. And if you want to do so as well, you can hit that YouTube join button or head right over to Patreon with the link down in the description. And you'll get movie vlogs, you'll get early uploads like this video, for example, and you'll get many more things like game reviews, stuff like that, if you're interested. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hailing from 8 different countries are the best sim racers in the world.